One love, God bless. Farai Nelson here, and I'm here to talk to you about connecting with family. So, connecting with family is a very important thing, especially on our spiritual journey, because we don't want to continue bad habits or non-communication throughout, our history with which is what a lot of families go through. We won't talk to certain siblings for a long time, or won't check up on people that we should be checking up on. And this is a problem in our society that's leaving a lot of people in old folks' home and just bad states of mind until we find out they're been in a depression, or they starting to do drugs, or all types of different things. So it's good once we get on this spiritual journey and we're more comfortable with ourselves and we're in a position to help others, that we first and foremost start to connect back with our family, because this is going to bring a harmony in our life. So that means that we need to forgive them for whatever reasons that we aren't talking to them, and really just try to show them what unconditional love feels like. Not really hitting them up to be like, hey, explain this and explain this in the past and that. No, we don't want to hit them up to talk about stuff that's burdening us or was burdening us. If it comes up, then it comes up, and that's great. But we want to show unconditional love so that there's more of an open flow of communication, whether that's texting every day or every week, or calling once a week. Whatever that flow of communication is, just try to build it in an unconditional love spirit, where you're just showing love regardless of however weird you think they may perceive it. Just keep doing that, and it will eventually start to affect how they act and perceive you, and as well act in their lives as well. Because us showing unconditional love brings a sense of worth, to others, because sometimes people forget that they're worth so much, and sometimes people don't think that other people see their worth, and that's a terrible thing, especially when you're a family member and you feel like your family isn't giving you the credit that you deserve and you've worked so hard for. So tell your family members, older or younger, that you're proud of them and you appreciate them, and try to check up on them, whether it's text or a call, at least once a week. It's gonna bring not only more happiness to their life, but it'll bring happiness to your life, because it's bringing harmony. It's bringing a sense of community where you can really be yourself. So you want to eventually just keep building these relationships within your own family to the point where they're almost your best friends, and you're able to rely on them for a lot of guidance and wisdom, because we went somewhere astray and started calling people older than us elderly instead of our elders. But we used to call them elders and go to them all the time for wisdom, whether it's your mother or your grandmother or whatever, your father. So we need to start looking back at our beloved family like this, like our elders. Like, even though they may be a little crazy here and there, they do hold wisdom. They do hold life experience. And even if they're not living a life that you want to live, you can still learn from them and appreciate them as well, because that's really what they just really want. If people go throughout their whole life feeling unappreciated in their family, they're not going to change. They're not going to change for someone outside if their whole family has never treated them as any worth. So a lot of people feel this way. So we have to start treating each other in a more worth type of way. Start saying we're proud of each other. Start saying I love you more. Good mornings really matter, It's the little things. It's the little things. You don't want to go throughout life and be like, you know, in your 50s and 60s, and someone passes away before you actually take the time and realize how important they probably were. Once you're going through their old journals or their old, Bibles and books and stuff like this, and you see the notes they wrote and highlighted, and you're like, wow, this was a very, very wise person that I didn't take the time to get to know. Or you're looking at all these pictures and old pictures and stuff, and you're like, oh, I didn't know they did this, I know they did this, I know they did this. So we have to cherish our family now because they're in our life for a reason. So once you bring that forgiveness, you want to also bring with it some patience, because it's going to take them a while to change, and they're not going to always, or maybe never, be the ones to text you saying, hey, good morning, or, just thinking about you, love you. No, they're not going to be the ones maybe to call. You're going to have to make a lot of the effort, but that's part of our spiritual journey. We should be the servants without a problem. We need to humble ourselves and realize we are blessed to be in this mind state and be in this abundance type of mentality where we are the ones to make the call. We are the ones to make the change. We are the ones that send the text. Connect with your family. They need your help. They need your mindset. They need your mind state. They need the wisdom that you're gaining. Because a lot of us are living as blind sheep in this world. There's a big mist over our eyes. A Maya is what they call it, illusion. The Matrix. It's a real thing. It's not just a movie. We have to awake from this type of captivity, this mental slavery, so that we can free others. That's the main part of us doing our work. Once we are freed from mental slavery, we got to be like Harriet Tubman and go free the others. And your family is number one. So if you're neglecting them, then you're neglecting your heart, and there'll always kind of be a blockage. So forgive them and hold patience for them, for they know not what they do, and they don't mean to hurt you. They are just misguided sometimes, and sometimes take a little bit more time. But family is very important. Back in the ancient times, family was mainly all we had. Our name held a lot of weight. Our family name held a lot of weight. Nowadays, it's hit and miss. But we need to go back to cherishing our families, because there's a lot of wisdom in that DNA. And sometimes along the way, it's easy to get confused and misguided and misled to the point where we're so disconnected because we have different opinions about this and that, and we don't know how to sit down and have a conversation, because these are things that are never taught in school, having a conversation where some people disagree, unless you go to a debate, class or whatever, debate club, unless you do debate club. But who wants to really do that in, middle school and high school? So these are things that needed to be taught in school, because it gets passed down where we don't learn these type of habits, these type of skills, really, of conversating and not arguing, but actually having a civil conversation about opposing topics and coming to an agreement. We're not taught that. Instead, we're taught about random stuff, about trigonometry and all types of random, I don't even know, square root of this and that, stuff that we barely ever have to use unless we're literally in those types of crafts. But stuff that we need to use every day, it wasn't taught to us. So we have to take that time to teach it to ourselves and to teach it to others. So you on this spiritual path, learning all you're learning, you can't expect everybody to be thinking the same way just because they're older than you or something like that. You have to be patient with them and forgive them. Let them be who they are, but you show them who you are. who you are becoming and how the results are right there. You can see it in your face. You can see it in your talk. You can see it in your manner. You can see it in your consistency. So you showing that, and you showing that you're constantly showing up, is going to make you actually be more credible to your family, to the point that they're like, okay, I can trust what they're saying, and I appreciate their love that they're giving me. And let me give some back. Let me take a little bit of what they're saying. Because nobody wants to live in the dark. Nobody wants to feel like they're behind or, inferior or anything like that. Everybody wants to live their best life. But lots of times with media and stuff like that, we get confused what the best life is until we see someone in person actually doing it. So you living this peaceful spiritual life, you looking to grow and doing that work, inner work, outer work, all the type of work you need to do to grow mentally, physically, and spiritually, is going to help inspire other people around you to do the work that they need to do, because this is the real goal. This is the real peace. This is the real success, abundance, wealth. Not what these celebrities and these false idols are doing on the TV and on Instagram and on TikTok. Most of those people are showing you fake happiness, fake success, quick money that's quickly spent somewhere else because they don't cherish it and it's not theirs. What's not really truly earned in a holiness, in a holy divine way, is never actually theirs. It's not theirs. It's gone just as quick as it came. And this is the faith of people who do not walk in a path that is of the righteous, who only think about themselves instead of thinking about others, who don't forgive and never forget. These are things people tell you to do. But what you really need to do is look within, and you will see that unconditional love is the only way for peace, only way for true justice, only way for harmony. And once this truth is downloaded and truly understood, then you will find that everything else starts falling into place. So family is very, very important for getting these last pieces of puzzle pieces together so that you can then move on and start going global with the way that you help. You want to really focus on making sure that you're touching base with as many family members as you can and building that connection, because if you can't help change your family, how are you going to help change the world? Not saying that everybody wants to change the world, but I mean, once you realize that we are, built with the same material and powers as God, because we are ones with the Most High. Once you feel that energy, of course you want to change the world. Of course you want to help the world. You see so many people suffering, so I'm just guessing. Of course you want to change the world and help the world, help end world hunger, help, clothe everybody that needs clothes, help everybody to see who needs to see, everybody who needs to hear, let them hear. This is what we're here for, to give people the wisdom, to let people see the truth. But start with family. Help them, then help others. And do it while you're doing it. But make sure you really help your family and create that harmony and unity so that you can have peace elsewhere. And you're not worrying about this person being sick, this person being sick. Because once they'll be able to trust your wisdom, and they'll be able to trust your healing wisdom as well, and much more. So connect with family. Let's all heal each other. Let's all connect with each other. It's unity. It's one love. If you haven't, please subscribe, share, like, comment. I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate all the support. One love.